Hey guys, it's Jamie, and in this video, we are talking about how to chart existing restorations and conditions in the Dentrix patient chart. I'm going to give you a step-by-step how to do it and some tips and tricks on how to make it as efficient as possible. So let's get right into it. Okay, so we need to start in a patient chart. So to chart existing restoration, there's a few things that you want to note first. So right up here on this top toolbar, there's these three icons. So we have this green EO, this means existing other. And then we have the blue EX, this is existing, this means it was done in your office. And then the TX is treatment plan. So for charting existing dental restorations, we want to be on this green EO icon. The other important thing to note is this light switch. So this is called auto state. If it's turned off, you have to select one of these icons every time you do something new. So if I am charting something, I have to click the tooth, click what I'm charting, and click this every time. You want to eliminate doing that and save yourself the clicks. Turn this auto state on. You can see there's a square outlining it, a square outlining the one that you're selected on. So right now I'm selected on this existing other icon. So when I go to chart existing restorations, you want to make sure the light switch is selected and this green EO are selected. That's the most important first step to make sure that you're actually charting existing restorations and not accidentally charting something in the treatment plan. We're going to go into treatment planning in another video. It's actually going to be my next video next week. So if you want to go deeper into treatment planning, I am putting out a very, very detailed video all on treatment planning. So stay tuned for that. That'll be coming next week. So to chart existing restorations, we're selected on the green EO and you simply click the tooth and then whatever the restoration is. So in my office, I am a big, big fan of procedure buttons. This saves so much time. If you don't have these set up for your office, I highly, highly recommend that you do. I have a whole video on how to set these procedure buttons for your office. I'll leave a link in the description on how to do that. But alternatively, you can use procedure codes. So you can see all of the categories here. You can click in there and see all of the procedures that are in each category. And you can also use this search bar up here to type what you're looking for. You can see I typed crown and it pulls out everything that has the word crown in it. You can also use dental codes if you know those. That helps save time if you don't have your button set up. But again, so much quicker, so much easier if you have these set up. I've selected the tooth. Say tooth number 14 has an existing occlusal composite. So I click the tooth, I click the composite button. It opens this. I can select the surfaces. So I'll click occlusal and click OK. And you can see that put the occlusal composite on number 14. Very quick and easy to do this. A really big time-saving tip. Say you have a new patient in your office and they have occlusal amalgams on all of their lower molars. So we'll select all of these teeth, click the amalgam button, click occlusal, and then you click use for all. This will put this existing restoration on all of the teeth that are selected. So you can see when I clicked that, it put it on all of them. Saves a lot of time if people have a lot of similar restorations in their mouth. So say they have PFMs on 3, 15, and 20. You can click all of those and then click the PFM button and it puts those on all of those. This can save you so much time by batch charting. When I have a new patient in my chair, the flow that I go through is I look for any missing teeth. So that's another thing that you want to be charting are conditions, not just restoration. So say for this patient, I look through their entire mouth and I see that they're missing all of their wisdom teeth. I select all of those. And they've also had all of their first premolars extracted. So click all of those. I can click all of them at once, and then I can click this missing condition button, and that removes all of them all at once. And then I can go through and look for anything that's similar. So crowns, I can select all of the crowns in the mouth and click it one time, like I did with these three. It makes it much, much quicker if you do it like that instead of doing one tooth at a time. And then down here in the progress notes, you can see it's been adding everything that I have put in the chart to here as I do it. So there's a record down here of when this was entered into their chart. We're going to go through progress notes in detail in an upcoming video. So If you're curious about all of this and all of these settings, that's coming up in another video real soon. When I'm charting existing restorations, this is how you chart them. Everything's in here now, but a thing that I highly recommend is taking intraoral photos. I am a big believer in intraoral photos, and not just for treatment, but for getting a baseline of what your patient looks like. So new patient comes in, they have these existing restorations. I really believe taking photos of all of them, really of all of the teeth at their new patient appointment is so important. There have been numerous times where I've needed to go back and reference what a tooth looked like when they first started. So you can open your imaging software. In my office, we use Dentrix. Now, we're going to go into a lot more detail on imaging, x-rays, intraoral photos, specifically in Dentrix. Dentrix is a big one with Dentrix users, so I want to show you guys how to integrate these as efficiently as possible. But I just want to show you kind of a quick overview of what an intraoral series might look like for a new patient. I actually do these once a year on all of my patients so that we have a continuous record of what their mouth actually looked like, not just charting, but what it actually looked like. I use the mouthwatch camera. It is an amazing camera for a really good value. They have two cameras now. The standard mouthwatch intraoral camera is only $299. That's what we use. We have one in every room in our office, and I love it. They have the Mouthwatch Plus HD camera now, which is higher quality and also an amazing camera. But really, if you're just looking for value and good product, the regular Mouthwatch intraoral camera at $299 is a steal and gives really good results. So it's great for tracking existing restoration, for just tracking what's going on in your patient's mouth in general, and for treatment planning. So we're going to go into more of this in detail. But if you're interested, if you don't have cameras in your office, something I very much recommend, I will leave a link in the description for the mouthwatch camera that I use if it's something that you're interested in. Okay, so those are all of the steps on how to chart existing restoration. I know new patients can sometimes be very time consuming, so some of these tips and tricks will help you speed that process up and be as efficient as you can be. If you are interested in any of the resources that I mentioned during this video, like the mouthwatch camera, I'm going to leave a link in the description below so that you can check those out. You use code JamieTech when you make the purchase to get free shipping on that order. I put out new Dentrix tips and tech tutorials every week. So if that's something that you're into, then subscribe to this channel and I will see you in the next one.